In this video, I would like to show you how to create histograms using one of the TI 84 or 83 plus graphing calculators. And I'm going to show you the calculator version and then try and do a comparison to where we can actually customize what we see for our histogram on the calculator. So customize it to what we want it to be. For this example, I'm using your guided notes that reference the percentage of residents age 65 or older in each of the 50 states, and it says using calculator histograms at the top. Okay, so first of all, I've brought out the graphing calculator so you can follow along. At the beginning of this one, we want to enter the 50 data points into your calculator where we go stat edit. Okay, go to your L1, enter all your data, which I've already done prior to you joining me in this video. Okay, the second thing we can do while we're here, we can go in and sort the data. So if we were to do stat, go down to number 2, sort ascending, do second number 1 to tell it L1, press enter, done. So if we go back to stat edit, as you know, then the data will be sorted. Okay, so to create the calculator's version of a histogram, okay, the next thing we'll do is we'll go to the home screen. So I'll do second mode to get out of there. Okay, then you're going to hit second, y equals, and it brings up your stat plot menu. Okay, when you pick plot 1, as you see on mine, everything's turned off. We'll pick plot 1, press enter to turn it on. Then you want to pick the graph that looks like a histogram, which on mine is the third one over here to the right. Press enter to select it. It's already referencing L1. Okay, then to make it draw your histogram, you will hit zoom, and you can just hit 9 on the calculator, but just so you can see this time, it's zoom stat down here. And then it will draw a histogram for you. Okay, so again, to get it to draw, we did second y equals, we turn on the stat plot. Okay, once it's turned on and you have everything where you want it, we did a zoom 9, and it gives us the calculator version of a histogram. Okay, so the next thing to hit on the calculator or to press the button, it says trace, and it's up underneath your viewing window. Okay, and it's going to give us some values. You also see on here where it's flashing. Okay, so it's telling us that in this first vertical column, it's a min of 5.5 and a max of 7.328, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so in our world of, we know we want to have boundaries. Let's see if I can kind of trace this across here. Boundaries on our x-axis. So in fact, we'll start this one at 5.5. And just because we're in such decimals, if you go to tenths place on this, I think we would be fine. This would round to like 7.3. Whoops, not 5. Try that again. 7.3. Okay? Then we want to go across here and come up with the values for all the boundaries going across. So you just use your right arrow. Okay? So where that 7.3 stopped is now a min. The next max would be at 9.2. And then we'll go to the next one, and we'll have a 10.98, so that's almost 11, but just so I remember it wasn't perfect 11, I'll put the decimal. And again, these are approximations coming off the calculator, so we're okay. 12.8, get my exercise running around here. Next one, 14.6. Coming across 16.5 if I round that up. Then we're at 18.3 and 20.12. 20.1. Okay, and that should be the end, the last value we need as far as your histogram values go. Okay, now the other part we always like to know is, well, what's the frequency? Okay, focus that in a little better for you. So there's an n value down there. I'm going to bring my cursor back here to the beginning. Okay, so this n value, that's representing your frequency. Okay, so if I wanted to, I could take this information from the bottom of my histogram and make that into boundaries. Okay, so 5.5 to 7.3. Okay, 7.3, the next one's 9.2, and so forth. 9.2 to 10.98. Repeat it again. Okay, so we're taking it from the calculator to our chart here where it says boundaries on your guided notes. 14.6. And again, it's sort of strange because we don't have nicer numbers, I guess, like we've had in class on our other practice. But that's okay. This is the calculator's version. Okay, so then to put the frequency right in here with it, okay, we'll just take that cursor and go right across. Bring my graphing calculator out here so you don't have to watch me run back and forth. So the first class here, the frequency is a 1. Okay, we go to the right, we have another 1. Okay, so I'm to the third column, now my n is 3. Next up, we have a 20. Looks like another 20. And again, these are the calculator's version. This is all about the calculator. Okay, we have nothing. And then we have a 1. Okay, and if we go through there, it looks like 47, 48, 49, 50. If you remember at the very beginning, we in fact entered 50 numbers, so there they all are accounted for according to the calculator. Okay. So again, we can sketch our picture. If you were doing something by hand on here and you wanted to put a scale to match, okay, just do something that seems reasonable, because you know for sure these are 1s. That's a 3. Up here hits at 20. Okay. If I ask you to comment on the shape of this histogram, I think you might agree that it is slightly bell-shaped. Okay, so we know that, or symmetric as far as that goes. All right, so that concludes part 1 of this video for your guided notes, how to make a histogram, the calculator's version using your graphing calculator. Okay, thank you. I'm going to start a second video in a minute and I'll show you how to customize.